Let us solve the exercise number 4 in the part A of Python lab. In this exercise, we are supposed to write a function that takes a sentence as an input from the user and calculates the frequency of each letter within that sentence. And what they have said is use a variable of type dictionary to maintain the count. So what we are supposed to do is we are supposed to take a sentence and find out how many times one particular character repeats. For example, if I take just take one word here, not the sentence. In this case, you notice that n is repeating two times. The frequency of n is 2, and maybe the frequency of all the others are 1. Suppose if I take this word, we are supposed to take the sentence, but I am explaining it with the word. Suppose if I take this word, you notice that H is repeating two times and E is also repeating two times. That the frequency of H is 2, frequency of E is 2, and frequency of H, the T is 1, frequency of W is 1, and so on. So frequency means you're supposed to calculate how many times a particular letter repeats within the sentence. So let's start with the code here. As usual, first go and open the specific folder. I'm going to go to the H drive and my folder. In your case, you may have to go to the D drive or any other drive. Open the folder, select the folder that you have, and ensure that you are in the right folder. So if you open your proper folder, you will notice all your programs which you have created are listed over here. Let us start a new file because this is our exercise number 4. I'm going to give it the name as A4. So I'm going to click here and I'm going to say A4.py and press enter. So let's start with the code. And what is that we are supposed to do is we are supposed to take the sentence. So I'm going to say the sentence is equal to, I will use the input here. And I'm going to say the prompt here is enter a sentence, as simple as that. Enter a sentence. So this is as simple as that. And what is that we are supposed to do is they have told us that we are supposed to use a dictionary type. So let's use the dictionary type variable. I'm going to call it as DACT for dictionary, and you know very well this will create an empty dictionary. So I have an empty dictionary with me. Let me write a function that is going to give me the frequencies in this dictionary. So I'm going to say def. I'm going to say check frequency. You can write the shorter form of this one, check frequency, or check occurrence, anything you can write. Okay, and then let's start with the one letter. Say suppose as usual, suppose you are given a sentence. This is a sentence. What you are supposed to do is it is simple as that. You take one character, change the color. So you take one character at a time and then see whether it is repeating. So the same thing. So I'm going to use a for loop for going through all the characters. So I'm going to say for each character, let me say for each I, that is I is a character in the given sentence. So where is this a sentence that I'm talking about? The sentence is here. Okay. So for each character in this sentence, what is the first thing? See, you may type in the within the sentence, you may type my phone number is okay, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and so on. Now out of this they have said that you count the number of letters. Now these are letters. Okay, this is not the letter, it is a number. So I will first check whether it is an alphabet. So how do I do that? Suppose if this I, remember you have a sentence here. So for example, you have a sentence and I is going through every sentence. First I will take E, next I will take N. So I will take one letter at a time. So you extract one letter from this sentence for every I within this sentence. So you take one letter from the sentence and first check whether this I, that is the sentence that you have taken, is a alphabet. How do I do that thing? I'm going to say is alpha. Okay, so I'm going to say is alpha. So if it is, what is the meaning of is alpha? You know, right? If it is an alphabet, is alpha means if, so you have this sentence here. Let me write this lengthy sentence here. So you extract one letter, let me call it as I here, and you check whether this I that you have extracted, one character that you have extracted, is this an alphabet? If it is an alphabet, we will calculate the frequency. How do we calculate the frequency? See, our dictionary is empty. So what we are going to do is, as we extract one character, so I'm extracting the character E. Okay, and I check whether E is an alphabet. If it is an alphabet, I take this character E, let's say this is a sentence given to me, and I take this character E, and I check whether that character is there in the dictionary. If it is not there, I will add that character. Okay. If it is already there, I will increase its count by 1 because it is repeating. Okay. For example, when I extract, let me draw it again. So when I, let's say I am somewhere in the middle. So when I extract this E from here, so for the first time when I extract the E, I check the dictionary whether that E exists. If E is not there, I'm going to add that E as the key, and the number of times it is appearing is once. So E is appearing once. Then I extract R and so on and so forth. Again, I get this E. So next time when I extract the E, when I check it in the dictionary, I find that it is already there in the dictionary. So I will not add it again. Instead, I'm going to increase the count by 1. That means it is appearing second time. Again, I extract one character. Again, I assume that I'm checking, and I come here. And this is the character that I'm extracting. I again check whether it is there in the dictionary. What I notice that it is there in the dictionary. Now, when it is there in the dictionary, I won't add it because it's already there. I'm going to increase the count of it by 1, and I'm going to make the count as 3. So if it is there, you increase the count by 1. If the extracted character is not there in the dictionary, add it in the dictionary. So this is the idea that we are following. So when we extract one character at a time, if the character is not there in the dictionary, add that character. Okay? Add that character and set the count as 1 because it is appearing only once. If it is appearing again, then you just don't add the character, you increase its count by 1. So this is the idea that we are going to follow. So let's go ahead and let's check that thing. So what I'm going to do is, if the I that I am extracting, you can say C or anything, that I that I am extracting, if this I is in the dictionary. Okay, where is this dictionary? The dictionary that I remember. Initially, dictionary will be blank. So the first character that you are going to extract, for example, if you take this as a sentence, the first character that you extract immediately will go and sit inside the dictionary. Because the dictionary is initially empty. Okay, so if it is there, if it is there in the dictionary, you increase the count. If it is there in the dictionary, see, look at here, if it is there in the dictionary, initially it is blank, but after some time the dictionary, there will be something in the dictionary. Suppose if this is there in the dictionary, what you're doing is increase the count by 1. How do I increase the count by 1? I'm going to go to the dictionary and I'm going to get that same character. So how do you do that thing? Suppose say you have the dictionary here, and the dictionary already contains the letter E, let us say, and its count is 1. So what you are going to do is you will ask the dictionary, give me that value of this key. This is key and this is value. Hope you are familiar with the idea of dictionary. So this is called as the key, okay, and this is called as the value. So for this key, what is the key that I'm talking about? The key is, in this case, let's say E. For this key E, get me the value. So it's going to return me the value 1. I'm going to add 1 to that. So 1 plus 1 will be 2. Now I'm going to replace this by its count. So how am I going to do it? So get the value of the key. So ith element, whichever is the ith element that I am extracting, get this the key, which is e here. Remember, I'm using for loop, so I will get one character from here. So when I is equal to 1, I get e. I is equal to, next time I get n, next time I get t, and so on. So I will get different values. So first, what I'm asking is for this. Let's suppose say if I this is the character that I'm interested in. I get the count of it, okay, and then I'm supposed to add one to it. So how am I going to do that thing? I'm going to say plus equal to, hope you are familiar with the C program. So plus equal to, there is no semicolon. When I say C, I am somehow that magically comes, semicolon will come into my mind. Otherwise, see, if this is the case, if it is there, you increase the count. If it is there, you increase its count. If it is not there, suppose if this is it, t is, if it is not there, you add it. So if it is not there, so if it is there in the dictionary, you increase the count. If it is not there, so what are you going to do? If it is not there, so you are going to set the count of it as a 1. In this semicolon is not there. So this is your function. So let me just remove unnecessary thing over here. So that's my function. Get done. So I'm going to call this function. And what is the function? Check frequency is my function. I think I will make this one a small y, so otherwise it will look funny. Okay, I'm done. Okay, check the frequency. So I'm reading a sentence from the user. User will type a sentence. I take a blank dictionary. I use this function to fill the dictionary. And what's the next thing that I'm going to do? I'm going to print the frequency of every character. So I'm going to say print, and I'm going to say frequency is, okay, I will print the value. So again, for we will take the two values. You know very well. I'll take the key and value. You know very well. In the dictionary, we have key and value. So key and value in the dictionary. And remember, you have to get all the items of a dictionary. DICT dot item. So you have to take all the items of the dictionary. You can't just blindly take the dictionary. So when you are printing it, the dictionary has two things. One is the key and the other one is the value. So you take both of them. So you take the key and you take the value. So one item at a time. You take first item, you take the second item. So you take one item at a time. And then what are you going to do? You're going to print the value. So I'm going to say print. So I will print the value here, and I'm going to say, so I'm going to print the key and value. I will use the F string here for printing the value. So I'm going to say the key equal to value. So at a time, I will print one thing at a time. So key value has been printed. That's all you need to do here. So let me save it, Control S to save it, and let me run the code here. And let's see whether we are able to get something. So I'm going to say this is my phone number. Okay, and I'm going to press enter here, and I will get an error here. So diction, okay, see, I think I again made a mess here. I missed a T here, DICT. That word I used was DICT. Okay. Now, let me run it one more time. So I'm going to say this is my phone number 12345. Okay, done. And again, what is this? Did I save? Didn't I save this one? I think I have not saved it. Let me try it one more time. Save it. Okay, let me try one more time. So you notice, first thing you will notice, a very important thing is what they've said here is enter a sentence and frequency of each letter. So they said each letter, not each character. So letter is, either letters are all alphabets. So I don't have to tell you about that. So this part is not letter. This is a number. So naturally, in the listing that is being shown over here, that is omitted because it is not the letters. And then we start counting. So T appears one, I appears maybe more than once. So I appears two times, and maybe H is appearing two times. And let me zoom in for you. Sorry. So you know very well. So maybe O is appearing two times, and so on. So this it will give you each character. Show you. It will give you each character, and it's going to show you what is the frequency of every character. And this is what you are supposed to do it. So if you are using Visual Code, you can use this one. Let me just copy this, Control C to copy it. Suppose if you are using IDLE, so you are typing the same thing, file and a new file, and assume that you have typed the code, and go to the file and save this file. Save it at appropriate location. Let me say you have saved it here as A4. Save it and then click here and run this one. And well, let's say so you get maybe I have purposely added a few extra things over here so that you see the frequency here. So L is appearing maybe four times. Okay, so you have many things appearing at many times. So this is what you're supposed to do it. Thank you for your interest. We will meet again in the other exercise. Thank you.